life is at stake. A poem written by me, Cynthia Sukberdith. Living a creative life means everything to me. I would die for my freedom than to feel caged in and refined by anyone else's restrictions. It means so much to be at peace within me, to create as I desire limitlessly, to love out loud and freely. I don't want to be caged in for others to be comfortable around me. For so long, I felt the lack of stability. No home I ever lived in provided the emotional safety that I needed. I learned to run away a lot, escape what I saw. I don't like to feel caged in at all. To be the emotional safety and comfort to those who don't understand what they keep taking, it drains me, my heart and spirit. And while I surrender and allow materials to be received, I can't breathe easy in these houses I'm in. My chest is tight, stuck in fight or flight. What is the community I seek? The communities I've seen find it easy to break and rip hearts easily, 'cause theirs hurt more. I refuse to be the pleaser. I refuse to be the healer. I need to be good for me. Without sustainability, what's the point of me existing? Don't they know lights run out too? That's why I keep choosing to run. Alone in the sun, I feel charged again. Then where do I sleep? Where do I go in the dark hours? I'm still healing through silence in the dark. I see ghosts. I get scared. I don't know how to exist here or there. Maybe I'm a ghost too. My creations are my friends. I speak full conversations to myself all the time. I'm probably a ghost too. I write this as I walk down my childhood neighborhood, 47th Street. Without an open heart, I don't know who I'd be. I let what may be come to me. I share out loud how lonely I feel. For years, I craved hugs and people to call. Someone consistent, physically there through it all. In that yearning, I feel my grandpa. My ancestors come through, and for a while that loneliness gets subdued. This is where I lay in liminal space, nuances and in between. A ghost I am, it's true. I've seen death before, I'm not scared of it now. I surrender and allow life to unfold as a lotus. Blossoms show strength of nature's true focus. I know my time isn't wasted by creating from the heart. My art allows me to see through the dark. My life is at stake. I don't know any other way to be. Is it that hard to find aligned soul family? It's been years on the run. These beds and couches are comfortable, but my heart feels heavy. Around others, I don't know what I want. I crave to be out of lone wolf energy. But who would accept someone like me? I'm a walking contradiction. I believe in many things at once, and my mind changes every day. Constant changes are my form of stability. Isn't change the only constant? I love observing Sonder. She reminds me of the power of attention. That's how we each build our own realities, right? When I'm lost, I look to the past. What memories stick out? What did I want back then? I sung so loud to be heard. I danced on tables to be seen. I colored on boxes. I loved to learn. Curiosity drove me to have no limits. It all sounds so simple to continue in the present. My surroundings would outcast me when I would lean on this. I didn't realize my need to feel accepted and validated ran so deep. I don't know where I belong around others without these. I'm grateful time in my colorful cave helped me validate and accept myself. Now it's even easier to be alone, and still, here I am, alone. I crave community. I felt the sadness in doing what I love while missing special ingredients. I could die doing what I love, but what if my ashes aren't spread by anyone? Dying isn't scary, but final breaths with no one around feel scarier. Should I even be thinking of death so much? I'm already a ghost. I feel the lives who didn't fully make it to the other side. Creatives who wished for understanding as much as I wish for it now. Creatives who lost to depression because their expression wasn't enough. I hope they reincarnate in environments where they're appreciated. I hope they can continue what they've started before the sadness takes over. I don't want to wait for it to be too late. I want to save myself from this inner hell. When I smile and laugh, others think the sadness left. Don't they know that those who smile the biggest know sadness the deepest? Putting my life online and sharing myself has been one of the biggest ways of healing for me. I started having my YouTube because I felt like nobody in my life was listening to me. But just to be able to speak to a camera and maybe to one other person and maybe having one response out of it, it felt good for me. I'm really grateful that I chose to put myself online. While being online, having an experience with sex working, with content creation, and learning how to build entrepreneur skills, there's so many things that I've given myself just by being online. The way that I've seen each year unfold into a new different thing based on where my motivation was leading me, I'm glad that I kept learning about myself throughout this journey of being online. For many years at the start, where I was projecting a lot of my sadness, I was projecting a lot of anger and pain. Every time I would have videos like that, I was trying to speak to somebody that I knew in my life. I did have a therapist once, and she was so helpful. Priorities for finances didn't really scream to continue. I'm still open to therapy. I would love to have a therapist. And if I could connect to the one I had, that would be even more amazing. Creating saves my life. Having something to create is so helpful for me. I take a lot of pride in where my energy goes. I love to build things up. I love to see things through, which is why diving into hustle culture of overproductivity, of constantly overdoing, that was easy for me to get into. I felt a lot of accomplishment and validation in putting in work into something. I had so many people in my external world saying what I'm doing is not enough because it was not bringing monetary value right away, or like a bi-weekly paycheck. Everything that I was creating to make me happy didn't matter because at the end of the day, survival mattered more. I can understand where people are coming from when they think this way. I used to be like that. This is another reason why I'm so adamant on not living like that again. It almost killed me. When I've done so much to heal out of it is very distracting. Being in my childhood home is such an emotional roller coaster for me. No matter how much I'm trying to stand strong in what I'm doing and what I'm creating, every day I have energies of I'm not doing enough because I'm not bringing in money. This makes me want to escape all the time being here. I just don't want to hear people constantly nagging at me because I'm not showing them monetary proof. It's not fair. I live in a house where the feminines here talk down on creativity. My sister, one of my sisters, she loves to draw. She likes to be an artist. She wants to be an artist growing up if you ask her what she wants to be. Her mom will flat out say, I don't want that. I don't like that for you. I don't like artists. Having that kind of mindset in this house and watching it be instilled on children is so triggering and distracting for me. All I've ever wanted since growing up was to be left alone in my creations. I'm not hurting anyone with them. Why is me trying to sustain my happiness such a bother to people? It's only a bother to people who are on survival. They always think they don't have time to create like I'm creating. They don't have time to be happy. They don't have the option to leave all the things that are not making them happy. Why is that my fault? Why is it the creative's fault? We also saw the same struggles they have, but we chose to be out of it and stay out of it. For me, all the random travels to different houses I've been in, all I've ever wanted was to safely create somewhere. I'm pretty sure I wrote that in my journal for the past few years. I just want somewhere safe to create and not be bothered about it, which is why I keep wanting to live alone. My lone wolf energy is the only way to sustain myself around this kind of environment. Of course, I can keep trying to mind my own business, but it's so distracting when it's your family. When other people constantly want to put their agenda onto me and they expect me to follow just because I'm not bringing in monetary value. I don't want to feel stuck in that. I don't want to succumb to what they're saying just so I can provide them comfort about what I'm doing. I know my stepmom and her mom are very bothered that I'm staying here for free. Dad wants me to help him financially, but he doesn't know how to say it to me. All my life, I've wanted to be the savior for my family. I wanted to be the most successful one so I can help them get out of this poverty and poverty mindset. Throughout the healing, I've learned that to get out of the poverty mindset is not to be rich. It's not to have all of this money all at once. It's to actually feel it on the inside first. And I'm really grateful that despite being homeless, despite all the times that I'm living day by day because of my money situation, I'm grateful that I learned how to step out of that poverty mindset while not having a lot of money. I've also seen myself and my family blow tons of money when they were able to receive a lot of money at once. Either way, this lack mindset, it's contagious. It's destroying. And it's not sustainable. Because it doesn't matter how much money is coming in. It matters how much you're making most of your time. I'm so happy that the confidence I've gained from being away from this home, the strength, the perseverance, the openness I've developed being away from this house, I'm glad that it happened outside this house. I know I won't be here forever. Staying around this energy is truly very difficult for someone who just does not see life in survival anymore. It's a constant mental balance for me to be able to stay around my family, but know I'm meant for more and know I'm working on things that fulfill me. Every day I make sure I fulfill myself. It's the only way to sustain my own light. There's so many people that just think I have this optimistic, bubbly energy just for them, just every day, but they don't ask how I sustain it. And that's through my creations. When I don't touch anything creative in one day, I feel like I go crazy. I feel like I can't handle the outside world. Really puts me in the perspective of all the creatives that lost their lives because they just couldn't handle the outside world. I really resonate with that. It's so easy for me to think about death. It's so easy for me to think about giving up if I'm stuck in the external world without being able to create what I want. People who smile the biggest know sadness the deepest. And I just really want people to recognize that. It's not fair to hear, oh, why are you having a bad day all of a sudden? Why don't you want to get out of bed? Oh, why don't you want to do this for me? Without having any of my heart be considered. It's not fair. Whenever I'm alone in this house is when I feel okay. I don't think that's fair for anybody anymore here. If all I can control is my creations, while everything else looks uncertain, maybe a little unreasonable, then it must be that way. At least I know I'm putting an effort to what makes me feel abundant. And that's all I can ask for myself. I'm really grateful for the spiritual creators online. When I do feel uncertain because of the outside world, once I look at the screens, once I go to my favorite creators who are doing the same thing as me, who are even in higher positions than me, it motivates me to keep going. So I'm really grateful for social media, for showing me other people are doing what I want to do. Other people have achieved what I want to do. So why can't I achieve it either? It's only a matter of time. You hear so many beautiful stories of creatives having years before their breakthrough moment. I know mine's only moments away. I think I had to come back to this house to see that I couldn't save everyone anymore, to truly accept them now, have room in my heart to see people as they are. I carried so much anxiety in the past because I just wanted everybody to be okay. And that almost killed me. As much effort and care I was making sure everybody else was okay, I did not feel that reciprocated to me. It was like I had to be the endless source of energy, or else things wouldn't be the same, or else things can't keep going. And that's not fair. When I retreat downstairs, I see how much my sisters and dad want to be down there too. It's constantly wanting my attention. It's not to fulfill anything I want to do, have some form of control. But there's no support. Other than physical safety, I feel no support here. And it's so hurtful for my mental health. I'm doing the best I can. When I leave the house, that's when I feel supported mentally. I have Mama Gaia. I have nature. I have the animals that send me and bring me comfort and messages. That's when I feel supported. When I go to cafes, that's another way I feel supported. Even though I'm not exactly talking to anyone, it's the fact that we're sharing a group mindset, that we're working on something without disturbance. I feel supported in that. Ever since being here, I've learned to really acknowledge the ways that I took to escapism and avoidance. I just felt like I couldn't handle everything that was happening in the house while trying to do my own thing. I wanted to leave here all the time. And if I'm being honest, I still do. I'm trying my best to just stay grounded and centered in the fact that I have physical comfort to be able to continue doing some things. I see myself have physical safety, really project how unsafe I felt in other areas. And it just made everything much harder in the house. I am taken care of. I know the divine is here with me. When I'm around outside noise that's just based in fear, based in survival, based in control, it is so distracting. All I can do is continue to create. If I don't know what's happening in any other way for me, I might as well focus on what makes me happy. I love to create my videos. I love to edit them. I love to make content for them. I love to write poems. I love to write songs. I like to write in my story. There's so many different avenues that I enjoy. I like to read my books. I love to crochet. My focus is torn between all the things I want to create because I genuinely want to do it all. When I think of niching down, I just think, isn't being a creative enough as a niche? But then I see how people have their niches of they specifically only crochet, or they specifically only write songs or sing. They specifically only write a novel. But I want to do it all. I could probably do it one at a time, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why I've held back on writing my story. I'm still on chapter 14. And even though I really want to focus on writing in it, there's like this peace I need to feel in my heart to be able to write in it. When I'm around survival energies, I have more room to just focus on editing, to focus on digital content creation. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe it's just that my motivation is towards that more right now as well. I'm still figuring it out. not wanting to resonate with any survival energies anymore. I really just want to dive into being a creative, a free-flowing creative who feels limitless abundance, who feels limitless opportunity, who feels valued, respected, and seen. Living creatively is the only way I want to live. I don't want to live any other way. It hurts me so much if I feel like I'm made to. It triggers a lot of my deep depression when I feel like I'm constantly being taken away from my creations just so I can feel like I fit in with other people, or people want me to fit in with them. I can't, and I won't. I'd rather not. I really appreciate you listening to my first poem. I did write a second one that I'm going to leave you off with. It's more hopeful. It's how I want to continuously feel about my days and creations. I just wanted this little blurb to do a little update on how I currently feel about my life. I'm truly the most happiest when I'm creating, without any distractions. I have no expectations of what to do with them after, and that's not the point. The point is telling my story in all these mediums that I want. And I have so many mediums I'm interested in, so I get to share my life in so many different fun ways. I do this thinking about my kids, future kids. I don't have any right now. I do this for my legacy. I want the people who truly want to get to know me and my kids to see the life that I lived. And I'm grateful that my YouTube has shown such a nice story throughout this whole time. And it's going to keep going. Please enjoy my next poem. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. I encourage you to follow your heart's desires, however that leads. If you're creative, I encourage you, I applaud you, I praise you, and I see you. Keep creating. Keep creating. Hosting Emotional Alchemy. Poem by Cynthia Subredith. Weaving brings me life. Yarn, I love you so. Rhythmic patterns follow tomorrows. Clothes I make are the ones I wear. It keeps me alive, breathing sustainable air. My queen-sized blankets make warmth when inner worlds are cold. No matter the season, the love for myself shows. Pain is transmuted every time I cry. In song or made videos are my colorful lullabies. My greenhouse flourishes with new ideas to plant. The patience I've gained is exactly for that. We wouldn't yell for flowers to bloom. Each piece of art is for the moment's truth. I celebrate my heart, she keeps me alive. Beyond the blood that flows, she is magnetic and mine. The sadness could linger, I feel it when I stop creating. Winter feels dormant, divine snow is still flaking. I honor my sacred temple, from easily cold feet to my hot head. There are many moments that bring difficulty to rise out of bed. In silence and slowness, I hear encouragement within me to take this rest gently and feel the heat underneath my skin. My creations keep me alive, and they have a mind of their own. Emotional alchemy spins thread into gold. I saved myself, it's all I ever wanted. From snowy to desert mountains, lyrics while being homeless. My first crochet lesson was in a dispensary. In loss of the material things, what is physical fulfillment? When the spirit and emotional well-being isn't well. I may be unrecognizable from years past. The stillness I've gained is exactly for that. The past me was a shell and mask of those surroundings. You don't know who you are without the comforts of those first few homes. Travel and explore those inner beings inside of you. Isn't new love meant to remind excitement? I transmute the anger. I release the pain with color, daily judgment of attachments, and the feather. I'm still learning parts of me. I'm happy to keep trying. I nurture the embers of my soul fire. I thank the divine, spirituality saved me. Knowing I'm also divine helps me exist and be. Authenticity and consistency are key standards to hike through varying terrain for hours and hours. Thank you, ancestors, angels, deities, and divine family. I offer these words to you and my generational legacy. I vow to listen to my body and how emotions are conveyed. The creations I create are evidence of the present portrayed. Hosting emotional alchemy brings out the gold in me. I won't ever take my life for granted again. I live for my craft. I would die for my art. I take these words with me until my body rests and it's time to part. Cry if you need, and cry some more. You are your own garden, oasis, and waterfall. Hands and fingers, I thank you so. I hurt you once and never anymore. My brain and genius, I give reverence to you. Blood and heart, I love you. Breathe deep and long to alchemize again. Breathe deep and long to feel love and laughter again. From me to me, you deserve absolutely everything. You deserve everything.